Hey there guys, welcome back to AFC Game by Game, doing some original content. For once, it's something that's not associated with Arsenal Fan TV, and I can't tell you how glad I am to be putting something up on the channel that is my own. A bit of content that is just made by me and it's not going out on any other channel. And that is the honest truth and the epitome of what this video is going to be about. And it's a video that I didn't, I'll be honest, I did plan to make it, but I didn't expect to be doing it on a Sunday night at about 9 o'clock in the evening. It's just a video that I've had in mind, just talking about YouTube, talking about my personal experience over the past, I think it'll be 4 years in September that I've been making videos to put on YouTube. I'd say about one of those years I've pretty much just known what I've been doing. But I mean, I think it's an interesting thing to talk about, something that's worth talking about. And for anyone that's looking to get into YouTube themselves as an individual, then it's a great platform to bolster your career, bolster your career methods, I guess. And that's something that I've learned throughout my time on the channel and creating AFC Game by Game and developing myself as an individual, studying the course I am now at university, film and television, finding my pathway into the career that I'm so interested in, working alongside great channels such as Arsenal Fan TV. And I just wish that I had that little bit more time to create content that was unique to this channel that I put together, AFC Game by Game, as you can see in the background. As you know, I founded the channel back in 2000. I say founded, I made the channel back in 2012. And as I mentioned previously, for about 2 or 3 of those years, I was literally just uploading raw videos of me talking about Arsenal Football Club, match previews, match reviews, not really knowing what I was doing. My inspiration for the videos was a channel called All About Arsenal, done by Grant, which I believe now is redundant, but he was a great inspiration to me at the time. He was the one that kind of got me into making these kind of videos, and they were crap at the start, absolute garbage. I was recording them with an iPod Touch, I think, iPod Touch 3rd gen or something, so they weren't the best of quality. I had no idea what YouTube was all about. And then I found that I had a DSLR, which I then used to create videos with, and I still was doing it in crap quality because I didn't particularly know how to use my DSLR. I was studying photography at the time and not film. I was saying I did do film studies at A level, so they kind of worked alongside each other. And it was great that at my time at college, I did study 3 collaborative courses in graphic design, photography and film. They worked really well together, and that's something that I think has personally helped me delve into this concept of YouTube, to create graphics, to create thumbnails, to create content for videos. It's something that's definitely spurred me on in this direction. So obviously, fantastic stuff that I've learned at college there. But yeah, I started recording stuff with my DSLR. My quality gradually got better and better. And that brings me on to the next point, which is my collaboration with Arsenal Fan TV. Started in summer 2013. I think that's the most recent, latest memory I've got of Arsenal Fan TV, when I first joined up with them, when they weren't particularly big. I think they had about 50,000 subscribers. And not a lot of people know how I got into working with Arsenal Fan TV. A lot of people just say you're so lucky to be on there, etc., etc. But the God's honest truth is they were looking for someone to create FIFA content for them. And my FIFA videos for them were awful, absolutely abysmal. But I met with Robbie, we spoke on the phone a couple of times. I created a few FIFA videos for them, and they said, we like the match reviews and stuff you're doing. We've seen them in the past, and we want you to do them for Arsenal Fan TV. So I was like, cool, I'll do that. And you can imagine at the time, I was about 16 years old. I thought to myself, that's absolutely amazing. I'm going to be going onto a channel with 50,000 people watching me. Of course, I want to do that. And I got a load of stick at the start. If you are looking to get into YouTube, one point I will give you is you are going to get hate. Hate is definitely something that you've got to be dealing with if you are looking to get into YouTube, and that's probably the first point of order that I'll bring up. I get so many comments on every single video that gets uploaded to Arsenal Fan TV saying that I should either kill myself, I should stop doing videos, how I look like Mario Götze, which isn't really hate, but it does get annoying at a point. Those kind of comments, they will wind you up, they will piss you off to the absolute maximum, but you got to get over it. At the end of the day, you're the one that's out there publishing your own content. You're the one with the bigger ball sack. They're people that are just hiding behind their computers. They haven't got an actual face to show you. Fuck them, right? Because they are going to do absolutely nothing to harm your career, I'll tell you whatsoever. They're trying to get into your mind, and they won't be able to do that. Only if you let them. That's the only way they're going to harm you. If you let them get into your mind, you just got to stop responding to them, and eventually they'll go away. I mean, I'd like to say they've gone away for me. They haven't, sadly, but that's just purely because I think the audience on Arsenal Fan TV is just a little less mature than some of those audiences out there. But with all respect to Arsenal Fan TV, the way they built that channel up to about 210,000 subscribers is a fantastic achievement. And my work alongside them, like that's the point I was going to get onto. I think it's something that I don't think I've spoken about it enough, the stuff I do with Arsenal Fan TV, and it's something that I feel like I should speak about at a point, because I do feel that a lot of the stuff that I do on my channel loses so much originality because of the stuff that I'm putting out on Arsenal Fan TV, which is fine by me, because I had a meeting with Robbie at the start of the season. And I said that I wanted to be getting paid a commission for the content I'm creating for them. I don't know if I should be telling you that, but I did say that I wanted to be getting some money for the content I'm creating, as I did lose the originality on my channel. So I was more than happy to do that. But it would be so nice if I could invest more time, more effort into this channel, create at least 3 or 4 videos a week just explaining a bit more about Arsenal Football Club, explaining a bit more about myself. But unfortunately, the time investment to make these kind of videos is ridiculous. You'd think those match reviews might take me, I don't know, an hour tops. The reality is to film, edit, to actually get it bang on what you're going to say in those videos takes, I would say, it could take up to 4 hours. It's ridiculous how much time limitations you get doing those things. And, you know, when I'm working a couple of jobs, I've got my job with UMax Football, the stuff I do for Arsenal Fan TV. I'm starting with United London FC, Essex TV, and I'm doing a full-time education as well as that, studying a degree in film and TV. I really don't have a lot of time to be devoting to the channel. I would hope over the summer I can change that a little bit. I can get a bit more original content going up. But working alongside Arsenal Fan TV has definitely bolstered me as an individual, I would say. And at times it has been really difficult at the start of this season. Like I say, I did want to be paid that commission. Thankfully, they've given that to me. And I did want to be getting a little bit more work done with them as well. Not necessarily in a financial sense, but I just wanted to be a bit more involved with Arsenal Fan TV. I had a meeting with Robbie as well, and he was saying that he'd get me a lot more involved in the channel. And sadly, that's not really evolved from that point. I remember quite distinctly at the start of the season, I went to Ball Street Studios in London, and I was meant to be meeting with Robbie, and on the day he didn't actually meet me, and I met other executives from Arsenal Fan TV, and that was a bit of a perplexing situation for me. And I do feel Arsenal Fan TV, in comparison to the likes of Full-Time Devils, Blue Moon Rising TV, Chelsea Fans Channel, I do feel it lacks that little bit of professionalism in that sense. I mean, if you compare the two, you can tell which ones are being backed and which ones aren't necessarily. I do feel Arsenal Fan TV, to get where it has done without any financial backer, has been an amazing achievement, and it is great to see that on their behalf, and I do hope they go a long way, and I hope that I can be with them as long as possible in that sense. But YouTube as a platform, for me, just diverting away from Arsenal Fan TV for a second, is such an amazing thing in terms of building a career in not just necessarily sports media, but in film, in TV in general, because it wouldn't, without YouTube, I wouldn't have been guided onto the course I'm studying at university, film and television, like I previously mentioned. I wouldn't have got the job that I currently have with UMax Football. I've got a part-time job there managing their YouTube channel, creating content for them on a regular basis, which is a fantastic job for me, which I can do alongside my degree course. That's something I feel I could brush on a little bit. I know I have mentioned UMax Football in the past, but basically they're an app on your phone where you predict 5 fixtures every single week in the Barclays Premier League, and you can win up to £5,000, which is a fantastic little incentive there if you want a bit of pocket money on the side. So go and check out UMax Football as well. And I'm lucky enough to be managing their YouTube channel and doing something that I love in creating content for them. So that's amazing, just simply amazing that I've got that through my own personal YouTube channel, because they noticed me through YouTube. I started working for them, and then United London FC came along, which is something I'm starting in the summer. I won't talk too much about that though, because I've got to keep that little that thing wrapped up. And then Essex TV, that was noticed through my YouTube channel. I won the award as best young filmmaker in the country at the time, so that was fantastic. Just all of that to come through my YouTube channel. I must sound like I'm bragging a lot about what I've done, but I mean, the things that I've done in with this channel, and the places that I feel I could take it is, I don't feel there's any boundaries whatsoever. The only boundary I have is time, and I wish I could put more into the channel. I wish if I wasn't studying a degree that I could put a bit more time into the channel. But whilst I'm, like I say, in full-time education, got these couple of jobs, then I'm not too fussed about devoting all my time to AFC game by game. And I know I'm completely realistic that this channel isn't going to be my full-time job. I'm not by no means a YouTuber. I do put stuff on YouTube, but I'm not a YouTuber. I don't want to be associated in the same bracket as people like KSI that do it as their full-time jobs. I know that I'm not the personality to do that. And speaking of personalities, people coming out like DT, Claude, etc., that are making their own content now as well, now on other platforms, I do feel that's kind of I don't know, it annoys me a little bit that just because their personalities, they're getting so many more subscribers, considering they're not creating the best content possible. But I mean, if they're providing such a great insight, such a good opinion, then fair play to them if they're getting the numbers that you could argue they rightly deserve. But I would love to be putting more time into AFC game by game. I don't really know what the point of this video was, to be honest with you. I just wanted to get a few things off my chest about Arsenal Fan TV, about where I want to take the channel. And speaking of where I want to take the channel, I'm not really going to be able to put any new content, any new time investment in until I graduate. I don't think I'm going to be able to put anything new, anything exciting onto the channel until 2018, sadly, which is a real real hammer blow to me. I like to think over the summer I can, do a few more collaborations, get a few more videos up over that point, but I would like to break beyond the boundaries of just doing match previews and match reviews, because at a point it's getting a bit boring, it's getting a bit repetitive, it's going up on Arsenal Fan TV, so they're being watched over there anyway. No one's coming to AFC Game by Game to watch my videos, sadly. So at a point, I do feel that it's going to be difficult to reel new subscribers in, but whilst AFC Game by Game isn't my full-time job, and it never will be my full-time job at that, I like to think it's a little bit of a boundary for me, a foundation for where my future career can go, and I would strongly encourage anyone looking to get into sports media or any kind of content creating related role to get into YouTube. And even if you're not looking to get into that line of work, even if you're, a chemistry undergraduate, why in the hell not go onto YouTube and make your own videos talking about Arsenal Football Club or Liverpool or Chelsea or whatever football team you support, or anything that interests you? It's just a great way of, it's very melancholy, that's the way I describe it. It's a great sense of relief, but it can feel at times, like in the situation that I'm in, I feel like it's a little bit of a pressurised situation. It can be really, really, really draining, like when we lost 2-1 to Swansea at home, and you've got to come back, it's an evening game, it's 10 o'clock in the evening, set up the tripod, set up the camera, set up the light box, set up your microphone, edit, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning, you've done all that, and physically you're knackered. It's not something that is particularly enjoyable, and it can take a toll on the system. So don't let it become like a job when it's not one. Just enjoy it, embrace it, and have fun with it. YouTube's a fantastic platform. It can take you absolutely anywhere, and that's pretty much all I've got to say on the matter. I do hope you've enjoyed this video with whatever kind of enlightening message it has brought to you. Like I say, drop a like on this video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to AFC Game by Game if you're new to the channel. Almost at Arsenal Fan TV there. And yeah, I'll speak to you very, very soon, guys.